The MG Show. What real independent journalism looks like.
What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Experience the awakening. Brilliant anonymous researchers. Patriots, join us in the Patriot Army. Trust the plan, pain coming. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. RedStateTalkRadio.com, Brighteon.tv, Rumble.com/MG Show. The end won't be for everyone. That choice to know will be yours. Where we go one, we go all. Fight, 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 and fight we will. We fight every day right here on the MG Show. Oh. Fight, 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 and fight we will. We fight every day right here. And Shady Groove, guess what?
What?
America is back.
America is back. That's our message?
Yes. That's our message today.
All right.
Well, it's actually President Trump's message yesterday, and we're going to watch that because it's also one of them there really weird, pesky Q-proofs.
Because you mean we're looking back to see exactly what it was we said we were going to do a while back, and we've reached that point today, so we're going to seam the gap?
We're going to future-proof past this bad boy, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Why did all these patriots come out here to actually stand up for the rule of law in America instead of like coming around and acting like that it's time for us to go out there and get in the streets and fight one another? No. We want the rule of law, everybody. And neither side, whether they be right or left, are going to be able to convince us to go out and fight with each other in the streets. We like law and order, and we are extraordinarily happy with our new FBI, and we are extraordinarily happy with the amazing first year of the Donald Trump administration. America is back.
But Shady, Kash Patel hasn't made one arrest.
67,000, sir.
No.
Yeah, 67,000 arrests.
The Epstein file, nobody's been arrested.
Why are you sounding like Enrique Tarrio and Ivan Raiklin all of a sudden?
Did you see in the Epstein files that Joe Biden was shot in 2019 and replaced with a mask?
Then you turned into Joe Rambo.
I'm vindicated.
Look at these psyops. Look at what he's talking about right there. All of these psychological operators coming here to tell you that Donald Trump was really the president whenever Biden was the president, and that Donald Trump is no good now that he actually is president. Isn't that interesting, the way that their messaging just happens to fall in line with that?
It's so stupid, Shady. I mean, okay, so let's I'm going to show it because you showed it to me today. So Epstein files drop real bombs on elite pedos. Trump's DOJ finally forces the truth out after Biden slow-walked it. But this, Biden shot in 2019, replaced by mask clone crap? Total bullshit. It's an anonymous tip in millions of unvetted pages, zero evidence, zero verification, just fringe noise for mask and replace pumps and clout. Don't let disinfo dilute real news wins. Sovereignty, justice, draining the swamp, MAGA facts over fairy tales. Rambo and Friends is, in fact, a Flynn cultist.
Look at that.
Look at
like literally
he
putting it out
probably
there
nailed it.
He's putting it out there like it vindicates him.
Yeah.
These people are not smart, man.
Oh my God. Well, look at the guy. I mean, the guy's like all drugged up and like all damaged, sadly. Wow. So this is the kind of stuff that make us look stupid. Okay.
Yes.
These are the infiltrators that
Yes.
we never heard about this guy before, Q. He came in. He wooed us for a while, and then we're on his show, giving him some clout, I guess. And then he goes ahead and he starts attacking us, calling us weird, names in here, coming in our chat, dropping tips, saying he wants to debate us and all this weird. I don't need to debate facts, bro. You have your show that you pay for views and likes. I have mine that we don't. So our audience is organic and real and as real as it can get. And I love you all. Thank you very much. And you guys see right through it. Press 17 if you know that Q was infiltrated by douche nozzles.
Well, it's a really clear fact now. And all of a sudden, it's just very interesting how they all want to stand there and act like they're in opposition to Q whenever I know Q to be Donald Trump. And whenever I watch Donald Trump as the initiator of the operation, I watch him post 100 Q memes a month. At least 100 a month. He goes through and every once in a while on Sunday night, here they go. They start rolling, and it's one after another, after another, after another. He's telling you something. He's telling you that what he told you 5 or 6 years ago, whenever he was being ousted from the first administration due to COVID and all these other things in the back channel, he told us America was going to be back. He told us that sometimes we have to walk through the dark to see the light. He didn't tell us that he was going to be the super secret president that actually brought 20 million illegals here, so that then he has to ruin his presidency optics with people that are refusing to remove the illegals here once he brought them here. So basically, you're trying to tell me that Donald Trump was the president during the Biden administration, and he imported all of these illegal immigrants himself. And now all the illegal immigrants that Donald Trump imported to our country during the Biden administration that are now voting for the Democrats, Donald Trump is he's just messing with you by like trying to get them out. Like, what is your theory? How does your thesis end? What I'm trying to do is show you game theory and how you cannot possibly solve or reconcile any of this nonsense.
I found it, Shady.
Oh no, you did not.
In Search of Joy. 5 subscriptions to the MG Show. Thank you very much, In Search of Joy. Welcome to the show. We got Augie Little Bear, Sandy Star White, Steve OFL. Welcome. You got a gift from In Search of Joy. You got your Red Castle. Thank you so much. Our Hanson Prairie Doggers out there. Rev Rob, Ducks, Mike, Hess, Trust, Lost in Thought. How you doing, Mikey Mariano? Bafangul. Good to see you guys.
Great to see you guys.
All right, so that right out of the gate, Shady. But let's do this. Let's watch President Donald Trump, and then we're going to show you the hats. Even say America is back. Do you see that, Shady? Look at this. The hats. Look at the hats. America is back. Do you see that? Maybe we go over it real quick. Okay. Look at this. The hat right there. Let me see if I can get it. There it is. Let's see. America is back. See, I'm holding it right here. Let me make it bigger for you guys. America is back. Right.
And he immediately says it.
America is back. All right, so let's go to this post right here, 1824 and 8/6/2018, talking about GDP estimates. Okay, look at the GDP. United States 20.4. Look at their GDP estimates. Unfair trade deals. Talking about Trump rages against allies on tariffs. Okay, 2018. Ask yourself, if the U.S. GDP is greater than the total of all other combined G7, which allows us to negotiate from a position of strength, why would previous presidents knowingly, unequally distribute America's wealth away by making unbalanced trade deals? Why was America's wealth being distributed worldwide? Why was the American taxpayer, you, essentially subsidizing the rest of the world? The American taxpayer, you, have no equal anywhere in the world. Access to the American consumer U.S. market is essential for every major country in the world. America was systematically being weakened. Our military was systematically being weakened. America is back to leading. America first. This is what happens when POTUS has no strings attached. Boom.
Wow. There is so much there to unpack. There's so
everything.
much.
Everything that your president is doing right now, essentially, with the foreign trade, the tariffs, Shady, I mean, it's all there.
Everything that's been part of the process to teach people what's really going on. The people that are currently in the Infowars network are trying to distract you from this stuff because they don't want you to see it. They want to pretend like nothing is happening. And the people on the other side of the aisle are doing the exact same thing. This is what they don't want you to see. Jeff, do you understand? You understand? Can anybody tell me like what the economy was of, let's say, I don't know, Brazil or some other South American country before America was created? Can anybody out there like tell me like some sort of economic factors that were from the European countries that were controlled by the kings and the queens of the aristocracy for thousands of years in Europe? You guys understand that there was no such thing as a global economy before America was created. You realize that, right? Each country had their own ability to function within that country. And what they did was they tried to steal everything that every other country had. So all of the different countries, whether it would be Portugal, France, Netherlands, Ireland, England, all of these countries fought each other for each other's assets. And then the Muslim Middle East and the Asia, the Philippines, and Japan and China, everything was fought for territory. There was no worldwide economy before America was created. Once America was created, then we started exporting the world economy. One country at a time came online after America was created, after America started to expand in the 1800s and during the Industrial Revolution. America changed the world into what it is today, which we handed every country a blueprint or a schematic of how to organize an economy, and then how to calculate your GDP and how much you produce and what companies you have and what you're good at, what your resources are and where they go. And here's your trains, here's your buses, here's your airplanes. Here's your television. We invented every single piece of this, guys. You have to understand. And then you've got the people in the inner city and the Democrats and all of these numbnut Republicans out there acting like that Donald Trump is doing something wrong. What he is doing is he is setting something really wrong right.
Yeah. Wow. And all they want you to do is focus on the BS, Shady.
Yep.
You know, and we're focusing on the wins, the real wins. Okay. God, geez. All right. So let's go ahead and watch this. America is back, guys. This is President Trump and the big, beautiful bill, Shady.
I love it.
Here we go. Can you handle the truth?
I can handle the truth. This audience can handle the truth.
Well, we got a user in here that I can handle the truth, and we love that guy.
Oh,
or gal. I don't know. I can't tell.
The singularity has occurred.
I'm not a biologist, okay?
I don't know what that means.
By the way, prayers up for Mama Mariano. I know that she's got something that affects my mom quite often, and they're not fun. Just make sure that you got her, taking care of Mikey, all right? Get her
yes, sir.
Tested and get the right antibiotics, okay? God bless you, man. Love you. All right, so here we go. Shady, you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Great work, by the way.
Let's do this. Wow, America is back, guys.
Yeah. I feel like the Hulkster.
Because all you little Hulksters out there.
There you go.
Okay, thank you very much. It's a very important day. We have a lot of important days. But I'm thrilled to sign the Consolidated Appropriations Act to immediately reopen the federal government and fund the vast majority of operations through the rest of the fiscal year. I want to thank, and I have a list here because the list is growing all the time. Everybody wants to be a part of this. So I think I'm going to read the names. I think you deserve to have your names read. And if I don't read any, just raise your hand and let's have it. But I have to start with Speaker Mike Johnson, who's done an incredible job, really an incredible job, and we appreciate it. Tom Cole, Ronnie Jackson, Buddy Carter, Stephanie Bice, Ken Calvert, John Carter, David Joyce, Steve Womack, and on Steve Womack, I just, where's Steve?
Right here.
Where's Steve?
Here behind you, Mr. President.
Come here, Steve. I want to just say he had that's a rough week or so, right?
Tough, Mr. President.
Incredible wife who passed away. But she was an incredible woman, and everybody knows it, everybody up here, so we're with you all the way. Okay?
Thank you, Mr. President.
I'm glad you could be here.
Great.
Major IP, ICE and DHS, they're funded until 2029. That's the hidden secret.
I understand. That's a rough deal. He went through rough. He had a good marriage. Good marriage is better than a bad marriage. But it makes it a little bit tougher when something like that happens. Robert Adderholt.
Not here. Thank you.
Susan Collins. Hi, Susan. All right, you're doing good. Cindy Hyde-Smith.
Thank you.
Cindy, well, you always do good, Cindy.
That was funny.
Bill Hammond. Lindsey Graham, who's way up in the polls.
And by the way, we're talking about the Collins bloodline this Friday. You might want to check it out. Susan Collins is part of that bloodline, I would guarantee you, Shady.
I would too.
Mm-hmm. And watch her shaking. Like when Trump was talking, she was trying not to nod yes to him because she's trying to remain neutral. And, just watch her later on. It's really good.
Did she hold up a folder like the other lady?
Oh, my God. Here we go with the folder stuff, huh? Oh, my God. Right? The red folder. Oh,
Yeah. That was, what's her name, from Michigan?
Oh, gotcha. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Here we go.
Lindsey, what's going on with you? You're so high. I don't
It has
think...
a lot to do with you, don't forget that.
Well, has the opponent dropped out yet? Has your Democrat opponent
You
dropped
couldn't
out
stop Carolina, they're going.
yet? Mario Diaz-Balart.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mario. Katie Britt.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Katie. What a job you're doing.
Thank you.
John Barrasso. He knows more about healthcare than any human being on earth, I think, when I need something. John is a great person, too. Shelley Moore Capito. Thank you, Shelley.
Thank you, sir.
Very much. Hal Duncan, Associate Director of the Legislative Affairs. Thank you, Hal. Great job. And Susan Ross Avison and Betsy McConnell, they were really instrumental and they really worked hard. So I want to thank you all. I don't want to, anybody I didn't mention? Oh boy, that'd be nice, because it's a little embarrassing when they stick their hand up. I think to just be quiet is probably easier, but I'm glad, I'm glad we got you in because you really have worked hard. This bill is a great victory for the American people. Instead of a bloated and wasteful omnibus monstrosity full of special interest handouts, we've succeeded in passing a fiscally responsible package that actually cuts wasteful federal spending while supporting critical programs for the safety, security, and prosperity of the American people. And this group of people behind me and others, a lot of votes, they really have done a fantastic job because closing the country, we had a 5.6, and it could have been 7. We lost a 1.5 because of a 42-day shutdown. And that's the least of it. But we would have been at 7. Can you believe it? 7 GDP. Nobody ever heard of a 7 GDP. So I'm glad we got this done because this would be another 1.5 or something, or maybe worse. The bill officially ends all taxpayer subsidies for radical far-left woke programming on NPR and PBS, or just a waste of money. It slashes nearly $10 billion in wasteful foreign aid spending, giving money to countries that don't need it. They have plenty of money. And we ended that. That was so important, $10 billion. Think of it. It continues the closure of USAID and creates a brand new America First Opportunity Fund for responsibly providing foreign assistance to nations where it actually serves American interests. So we have nations that do help us and it serves our interests, so we have something to help them out with. This bill also cuts funding to abusive and weaponized IRS programs. I was a victim of that too. You probably read that. Did you read that recently, right?
Sure.
I was, I guess, the ultimate victim. That were used to harass American taxpayers. It builds on the Republican rescissions package passed last summer, which saved Americans billions and billions of dollars. It fully funds our military, includes a well-deserved pay raise for all American service members, and makes historic investments in the American shipbuilding industry, which is great. We're really starting to do something incredible with shipbuilding. And I don't know if you saw that the United States of America, for the first time in over 30 years, beat Japan. We love Japan, great country, but their power in steel making that we produced more steel this year than Japan. Think of that. More steel than Japan, and Japan is a powerhouse at that. And we were pretty much dead when it came to steel.
Real quick, Phoenix loving you won $100 Rumble rant. Had to bounce over from YouTube to drop you some support on Rumble. Thanks, fellas. Thank you so much. Wow, that's amazing. And CJ 102350, good to see you. Hello, everybody in chat. Back to America is back. Q-proof.
So what do you think of that? And then, to me, when I heard that we did more than Japan, it continues to fund deportation flights that are removing dangerous illegal aliens from our country. It continues historically successful efforts to reduce crime in our nation's capital. We have a very safe city right now. We have a city that is like a different world from what it was a year and a half ago, when you couldn't walk down a street without being hurt very badly. I want to say that in a nice way. Washington, D.C. is a safe city. In Memphis, by the way, crime is down 77%. Amen. And in New Orleans, I don't know if you heard these numbers, but in New Orleans, we started 4 weeks ago, max. And crime is down 68%. It's going to be down to practically nothing within the next month. Pretty amazing. But it all helped cut the number of murders in D.C. by 80%. And we have numbers coming up, newer numbers. We're down 97% in murders. It's a horrible thing to even be talking about, murders in D.C. But a lot of people were being killed in Washington, D.C., if you can believe it. And now we have a very safe, I don't know if there's any such thing as crime-free, but pretty close in January compared to 12 months ago. So we have close to 95% down crime in Washington, D.C. It allows all of you people to walk to the White House instead of getting into an Uber and getting mugged even as the Uber progresses, okay? And it continues funding for the Department of Homeland Security until later in the year. And finally, I am extremely pleased to announce that this bill includes a newly designated, movie star, Melania Trump Foster Youth to Independence Initiative. So she really loves the children, and she's had a tremendous success. So it's the #1 documentary in 19 years. Can you believe this? What do I get out of it? Nothing out of it. Now I had a top model, now I have a top movie star. But we have a great First Lady. She loves children, and she had a tremendous vote on this. And I want to just say, Melania Trump Foster Youth to Independence Initiative within the Department of Housing and Urban Development, which will support America's foster youth and provide them critical resources as they age out of the foster care system. And the First Lady loves children, and she's been very much involved with children and helping them out and making them better. That's what she wants to do, wants to help them, and she wants to make them better. And she does a great job of it. She's respected, and her movie got really incredible reviews. She's done it. We're all proud of her, actually. It's amazing. Not easy to do that. Not easy to do it. So I just want to thank everybody for being here. If you would have some questions, I might just ask before you do that. These are all outstanding politicians, the top. In my opinion, the top in the whole world. But that's one of those things. I'd like to build it up a little bit. But they are. They're the top politicians. They're the top political minds. And if you have any statement, does anybody have a statement that you'd like to make? We'll start on the left side. Anybody? How about Mr. Speaker?
Well, this is a big thing, Mr. President. Thank you for your leadership and helping us steward this through. For a long time, we wanted to get back to regular order in the appropriations process. And you're standing up here with the best appropriators in the business and have served in many years. And we forced the muscle memory back. We're getting back to that regular order process. 12 separate appropriations bills. We've gotten them to your desk, and this is a big thing. It seems like a small thing, but it's a big thing. And we're spending less money year over year, and with all the innovations and things that you said there, this is good for the country. And America is back. The hat is appropriate. That's the right slogan.
This is a new hat. We just came out. America is back. Look, see.
Wow. America is back, guys.
Right there it is.
Boom. And then let's just go, let me just do this. Go over here. America's back. Ask yourself if the U.S. GDP is greater than the total of all others combined. G7. Look at that right there. We've got 24 trillion. 20. They have 19.2. Our GDP is bigger than theirs. Why? Would previous presidents knowingly unequally distribute America's wealth away by making unbalanced trade deals? Why is America's wealth being distributed worldwide? Let me just go back here because this is access to the American consumer. U.S. market is essential for every major country in the world. America was systematically being weakened. Our military was systematically being weakened. America is back to leading. America first. This is what happens when POTUS has no strings attached, Shady. Wow.
Boom.
I just tell you, that gives me chills. America is back, guys.
Because it's back in a way that we've never seen it. You see, the reason that you're getting, quote, chills is because you are understanding that something is getting ready to happen that we've never seen before in the economy and in the real world, and for opportunity, not just for us, for everybody. You're getting ready to see everybody have opportunity, and you understand that if everybody has opportunity and everybody has something to do, then all of a sudden we don't need to be picking each other apart over the crumbs that are laying on the floor. You see, the reason that they've got these people out there able to do what they're willing to do for like $10 an hour, going around and rioting everywhere and bothering ICE, the reason that they have people willing to do that is because the country is broke. Okay. And people don't have anything because they have no value. So now you're talking about building generational wealth amongst the American people. What will start to happen is that stuff will begin to fade because you'll actually only be motivated if you really care about something as opposed to being motivated because you want to eat.
My life has value.
I can't take it anymore.
It's like a small thing, but it's a big thing. And we're spending less money year over year, and with all the innovations and things that you said there, this is good for the country. And America is back. The hat is appropriate. It's the right slogan.
Yeah.
It's your new hat. We just came out. America is back. Look, CNN's thrilled. Look at her. She's never smiles. I never see her smile. Someday I'll see her smile.
Mr. President,
Yes.
Could I mention that there's significant health care reform in this bill, PBM reform, something that you have been working on, and we appreciate and applaud your efforts. Bringing drug prices down for citizens here in America. Not only that, but we extended telehealth, and also we are addressing maternal mortality in this bill. Rural health care has been a big part of your focus, and we appreciate that.
Thank you very much. Thank you, buddy. A very big thing, I think, for all of us is most favored nations on drug pricing. So for 30 years they've been talking about it, more than that, and it's basically we now will take prescription drugs will come down to the lowest price anywhere in the world. So if a country is selling a pill for $10 and we're selling it for $130, which is not much of an exaggeration at all, we were paying the highest drug prices anywhere in the world. Now we'll be paying tied with the lowest price. It's most favored nations. We will have the lowest price anywhere in the world. So a pill that was for $130 will be down to $20. So you can make a case that that's 800, 900%, or like the press likes to hear, it's about 80%. But we're going to get reductions like nobody's ever seen. And frankly, the Republican Party should be able to win the midterms on that alone. That's the biggest thing there is. Most favored nations, we're going to be bringing the price of drugs down. In my first term, I got it down 1/8 of 1%, and I was so proud because it's the first time in 28 years that drug prices came down. And now we're talking about bringing it down by 80, 90, 75, 68. I mean, I have numbers in the back that nobody can believe. Most favored nations. And remember, the Republicans did that. The Democrats did not do that. The Republicans did it. And that's going to have a huge impact also on healthcare because medicine, I mean, it's a big chunk of healthcare. And if you're bringing something down from $100 down to $20, $18, because we were subsidizing the entire world. And frankly, I had to get the countries to go along with it, and I had to threaten tariffs against them if they didn't approve.
We were what? We were subsidizing the whole world?
No.
What did the Post say that you just read earlier?
It didn't say anything like that, Shady, did it?
Let's check.
Wait, let me go look. Well, why was American taxpayer essentially subsidizing the rest of the world?
Oh,
Shady.
I'm just saying.
Are you saying that maybe Q was close to President Trump?
Yes, that is my assertion, and I'm standing with it.
Oh. And just remember, the douche nozzles that are making these fake decodes are here on purpose. Thank you, General Flynn.
Yep. Calling me Q-tard today.
Wow.
Yeah.
But here we got President Trump, almost word for word, this whole post, America is back.
And not only do we have it happening, we're actually the only ones that go to see that it actually happened. And none of the other, quote, Q people even notice.
And I want to give a real big hat tip to Bonster. Bonster Q, thank you, because she posted that underneath the thing. She's the one that noticed it. Full credit goes to her. We have a lot of great patriots that actually followed Q, kind of like we did, Shady, right?
A little
we
bit,
followed it and reported on it, and then we get attacked for it?
We literally followed it for the value that it had, not all of the stuff everybody added to it that didn't have value.
Yeah. My life has value.
I'm going to keep hitting that one today.
All right, here we go. Back to a pesky Q proof. Sorry, guys.
And
Sorry.
the healthcare companies who weren't easy either, but they said it doesn't matter because they'll never get the countries because they didn't really want to do it. And I got the countries. I got every one of them. And really, people can't even believe it. But for the people standing behind me, if you use that alone, you should win. We should win the elections coming up. Anybody else? How about on this side?
Well, you mentioned the IRS,
Yeah,
Mr. President. Their behavior has been atrocious. If you think about leaking your tax returns, the tax returns of others, and never any accountability.
Real quick, I'd like to, Augie Little Bear, I'd like to just highlight your comment. I knew nothing about Q before MG show, and then you helped to sort out the noise with the QAnon garbage that the media threw out there for everybody. Thank you. That means a lot because there's another person on Twitter saying, I have a friend that said, hey, how do you know all this stuff? I'm starting to understand these Q posts. Thank you. Somebody that didn't like Q and just disparaged you because of the straw man argument that they attached everything bad to QAnon. QAnon bad, QAnon this, QAnon that, QAnon bad, booga, booga, booga. But Q was real, Shady, and we reported on it just like CNN did. They reported on it bad. We reported on it skeptically, and then like holy moly, you know what I'm saying, Shady?
It's just like with the administration of Donald Trump. The difference between the way of what really happened in the administration of Donald Trump and the way that they reported on it. Okay, the exact same thing was going on with Q, and so it's really not that difficult to understand because what happened was the people didn't really know where the drops were. So other people would say that they said this, and then this rumor starts that rumor, and then that rumor starts that rumor. But the reality of the situation is what we were doing was simply reading the posts, seeing what it said, taking what it said and researching it, the connections. Really what Q was trying to do.
Yeah.
It's like a neural network in your brain, right? Whenever you get Alzheimer's or you get older, what starts to happen is that neural network starts to break down a little bit and different things don't connect. And all of a sudden you're like kind of isolated, independent thoughts randomly. So what Q did was it took this kind of broken neural network of America where nobody was really connecting anything to anything. And it took all of the actors in the play and connected them together in a way that, okay, did you know that this TV person was married to this political person? Did you know that this NIH person was married to this person? Did you know that this foundation was connected here? Did you know that this was a CIA front company? Did you know this? Did you know that? Question. Then we took the question and we went and looked. And all we have to do is remember it. That's it. All we have to do is remember what we saw, follow the president, and it's falling in line 100%. Like I don't really even know a better way to describe it.
Augie Little Bear says, and then I was able to explain that to my wife. Yes. And then they they tied the QAnon stuff to Pizzagate that Liz Crokin, that psyop was started by Mike Flynn Jr. and General Flynn. Okay. Then the Pizzagate shooter was an InfoWars guy. You starting to see, knowing the network now, do you start to see what's happening here, guys?
And a couple little other things. Number one, Alex Jones rolled her out yesterday. They're rolling them out.
And Owen Schroyer as well.
Rolled her out yesterday, trying to talk about like these different quote unquote code words. Guys, listen, the code words are not going to get you anywhere. Okay, if there's criminal conduct, there's criminal conduct. That's criminal conduct. It's not code words, and you're not going to ever prove anything by saying that these words have meaning. The value of their stuff is to distract you. The value of Pizzagate
and make you look stupid to your friends and family.
And to isolate, right? I was going to say to distract you and to isolate you. So you're isolated from anybody around you that can like talk common sense into you, like we keep saying, like talk into the mirror. So they rolled that out yesterday, Jeff. Mm-hmm. Like the whole thing, they're trying to act like that's the relevant point. Not America is back,
right? So think about it. Because somebody said, "Hey, we should get a pizza." Maybe they're really just getting a pizza, guys. I mean. But people's like, what is it called? Confirmation bias hears it as a code word, and oh my God, they're PETA. You can't prove it.
But they're acting. These people act like, if you pay attention, they act like that you can go and be arrested for using code words in your email. Like this is the numbnuttery that, like I said, game theory, right? You got to play this stuff out. So, okay, so John Podesta mentioned pizza in an email. So now we go arrest John Podesta for mentioning pizza in an email. John Podesta gets a lawyer and beats the rap because anybody can talk about pizza in an email. Like
Yeah, and Bongino and the hot dogs is the same thing.
And I got more, by the way, too. We're going to take a little field trip later in the show.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Are we going to Oregon?
No, sir. We're not. But the Oregon, but the Oregon people are coming to you. Don't fret if you don't have enough communists. Don't fret. We're currently putting our communists from Oregon and California on buses, and we're importing them to your city. Today, a group of them have shown up at the Target in Boston, Massachusetts, to go and parade in your city the communist network agenda.
Yeah. What about 16,000 hot dogs? What about it? Okay.
No idea. What are you going to do with that?
He's a pedo. So he brought over 160,000 or 16,000 boys. Are you kidding me? Come on. I mean, look at yourself in the mirror. How about let's focus on the wins? America is back. Q was not highlighting anything Pizzagate, guys.
Can't arrest people over hot dogs just like you can't arrest them over pizza. No matter what it really means, you have to be able to prove it in a court of law without a reasonable doubt by a jury of your peers.
Yeah, Gabby, my mom still loves hot dogs. Pretty sure she's not a child trafficker. I don't know, Gabby. I mean, with this kind of knowledge that they have, I'm saying it could be code word.
I'm telling you, dude, you're going to love the field trip. Prepare.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Mikey Mariano said, that's the best thing you ever came up with. Go to the mirror, look at yourself, and say what the psyop is saying on Twitter.
Try to believe it.
I can arrest people for hot dogs.
For saying it in an email. They don't even have to have them, dude. All they got to do is say it in an email.
Joe Biden was shot and replaced. He's wearing a mask.
Right. And Joe Biden's living with that dude. Yeah. And meanwhile, her husband is out there like actually killing someone. Nobody's talking about that. They're talking about Joe Biden being in a mask.
Yeah. I mean, again, you need a crime. Okay. You need a crime and a witness, somebody that had a crime perpetuated on him. Like let's say, somebody that wanted to sue Jeffrey Epstein, which we have many of them. Okay. And they had a crime perpetuated on them. They testified, and then that's how you get arrested. But Jeffrey Epstein was in jail, guys. Hate to tell you, under Trump's administration. Okay. Now
think about how many mafia victims would be alive if you didn't need a witness.
Oh my God. Did you see the FBI code for falling iguanas out of the tree?
I did not.
Oh boy, we're going to arrest a lot of Floridians now.
Oh, I did not heard about any of this, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, it's stupid, guys. I mean, look, I stick to the facts. When people were out there calling Tom Hanks, P3DO, okay?
P3DO. Oh dear God.
Right. Think about it, though. I mean, that's a pretty damning thing without any evidence. Oh, but he took weird pictures. Okay, he took weird pictures. He's freaking weird. We don't have any proof, though. We need proof. And when you call somebody that without any proof, you're a pretty bad person.
Well, this is what's
not that I like him. Okay, I mean,
But this is what's going on right now, and I just like you made a perfect point, and I'm going to dovetail that exactly with what's happening right now. Go on there and look at all the people that claim that they were MAGA that are now calling you a pedo, a P3DO. Okay, that's what they're doing. They're all out there. Like I was called that 4 times today, 3 times yesterday already. Every time I support Trump, the right-wing people who say they voted for Trump 3 times are saying I'm a P3DO protector. Okay, they're already calling me that. So look at what it did. All of those people that were on our side during Q were out there screaming and yelling at all of the celebrities, calling them that without any real proof. I'm not saying they don't do whatever they do. I'm saying I don't have any proof that proves it. Maybe I think it, but doesn't mean that I can prove it.
Yeah. Red Pill Pusher said Sarah Ashcraft was very vocal about what he did, but I don't know if it was credible. Were there any arrests? I mean, if it was credible, people would be in jail for Sarah Ashcraft's testimony, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, you can chalk it up to the corruption from within. You can chalk it up to all of these people that were within the FBI, the finders call, all these different things that were happening were being covered up. You guys don't understand. That's why I was making light of a very heavy subject, which is the witnesses disappear. The witnesses disappear. If the witness to a crime disappears, the crime goes away. I know that you don't like to hear that, guys. I understand that whenever I say that, it makes you mad, but it's okay. We'll get over it. But the reality of the situation is, in America, it's not a kingdom. It is rule of law. And you have got to have a person that makes an accusation towards another human being and prove it in a court of law. Otherwise, the other human being is just like you, innocent until proven guilty in a court of law by a jury of their peers.
Yeah.
They're innocent. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And, again, it depends on a lot of things, right? But look, we're here for the facts. We're here for this great economy. We have a Q proof right now. America is back, right? I mean,
we're winning. Wait till you see what happens in this economy. I know that I've said it a bunch, and I'm going to continue to say it a bunch because I'm going to be right about the way that a rising tide lifts all boats. Unfortunately, it's going to lift the boats of all of these idiots as well. The reality is their grip on the throat of information is going to fade. That's what I'm waiting for. That's why I'm excited.
Yeah. Yes, Seb, I saw Nicki Minaj's post too, but nobody is still, she needs to file a report then, right? I mean, again, trolling on the internet is also trolling on the internet. Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens. America is back though, Shady.
We're going to support it 100%. We're going to fight tooth and nail to stop these creeps from tricking you.
Yeah. And if the strings are cut, they can no longer do what everybody thinks they're doing and what they're probably doing. Okay. We found there was a new update to the number of children of the 350,000 children that were missing. That's the real child trafficking from the Biden administration. We got 145,000 of them right now, I believe.
That's what I heard. 165, maybe 145.
165, give or take. Every one is a win. Every child that's saved from the actual human trafficking rings that these ICE people are actually going after. This is the trafficking ring.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. This is the arrests that we were waiting for. These are the gang members, the actual doers of the conspiracy. The people that allowed it to happen are still in, what plausible deniability they got, Shady?
I'm going to explain cartel and sponsor really quick. A person in a foreign country decides that they have a child that they want to have a better life. So they think in their mind that a child that would have a better life would be better in America. So they go and approach a cartel member and they decide to pay that cartel member or go in debt to that cartel conglomerate in general so that they can get their child into America. What they don't realize is when the child gets to America, the cartel have, quote, sponsors on this side of the border. So what happens, the reason that they disappear is because once they get into the country and claim their asylum, however the hell they do that, then they go to a sponsor. Well, the sponsor happens to be the person that is most of us refer to as things like a pimp or a drug dealer. Okay. And that's who the sponsors are. So that's who Tom Homan and Department of Homeland Security are tasked with going to get these people away from the sponsors.
One more thing.
Back home.
And these people, the sponsors, register these people to get the money so the cartel can get. You see how it works?
And they register them to vote.
It's all connected.
All
Okay.
connected, man.
People want to just have you the Epstein files and the P3DO rings are actually the Latin Kings, you know, the MS-13s, you know, the foot soldiers, the Sinaloas, the all guys.
67,000.
And it's 145,000 kids that were saved, Shady.
Yep. And 67,000 of them have been arrested.
Yeah.
No, and that's 67,000.
That's your network.
That, by the way, that does not represent illegal aliens. And I did confirm that. So it's 67,000 is not that the FBI arrested isn't including the illegal aliens.
Wow. And the 764 network that Kyle Seraphin said that doesn't exist is being dismantled. Thank God.
There were a couple of thousand that are connected with that alone, sir.
Did you see we had 2 kids in my county snatched from Roblox?
I did not see that.
Oh my God, guys! If your kids are playing Roblox, somebody came from
the
another
game,
state.
or the platform.
Yeah, they're in a chat room at Roblox. Somebody came from another state and kidnapped these kids.
I did hear about that. Yes, sir. I did actually hear that. Wow.
All right, guys. Back to America is back, Shady.
We love it.
And we can prove it.
I can prove it.
To question Janet Yellen 4 times, 5 times under oath about this and never an answer. We stripped $10 billion from the IRS in this bill that you just signed. And today I launched an investigation with my staff on all of these contractors that are associated with the ones that allowed your information to be put out. These contractors that hire activists to come in and do their work. These corporations here in America that bring activists in to do their work. That's going to come to an end.
They did leak my tax returns. It was terrible. The good news is I paid a hell of a lot of tax. I paid tens of millions of dollars. I said, where are my accountants? I want to talk to my accountant. But they did. They leaked my tax returns. They didn't do it in a nice way. They tried to get something out of it. No, they're bad people.
Accountability's coming, though. You think about the phone companies that leaked our telephone records, several of us here.
Right.
Verizon leaked my telephone records. You think about what's happened across the country. This is going to come to an end.
And we should have voter ID, by the way. We should have a lot of the things that I think everybody wants to see. Who would not want voter ID? Only somebody that wants to cheat.
I think we got another proof here, too. Voter ID, Shady. Let's go to the cube ag right here and put voter ID. Well, there's only 12 drops. How, this is what we need. We need to install. How do you remove foreign interference and corruption and install U.S.-owned voter ID laws and safeguard others? It had to be this way. Sometimes you must walk through the darkness before you see the light. Okay, voter ID. You need an ID to get everything. Look at reread drops. Voter ID. Okay, voter ID. Welcome to the Democrat Party. They will stop at nothing to regain power. Time to adopt voter ID. Look at this. Why do Democrats push for no voter ID in U.S. elections? Why do D's push for open borders? Why do they want to cancel ICE? Find the corrupt connection. Sometimes a map helps. Wow, voter ID, voter ID, voter ID, voter ID. Look at Shady. Look at to buy alcohol, cigarettes, bank account, food stamps, welfare, Medicaid, Social Security, job, mortgage, unemployment, license, fishing license, a house, apartment, condo, drive a car, rent a car, buy a car, register a car, rent a hotel, motel room, buy an M-rated video game, boarding an airplane, get married, purchase a gun, purchase ammo for gun, adopt a pet, get a prescription, donate blood, pawn shop transactions. All need IDs.
Actually, I needed that meme. What post is that?
Just voter ID search 2960.
Thank you.
Or 2960. All IDs, guys. All right, so that's another one. So U.S.-backed voter ID. We exposed that there was going to be a voter ID done by the same people that own BMW. The Quant family, they had they made a coronavirus, tracker and stuff like that. And they wanted to do the voter ID. It needs to be U.S. owned, guys. U.S. owned. And that's your real ID on your driver's license now.
And this is very interesting to see what's happening right now. I saw a video yesterday of a guy who goes to a college campus and he talks to people about having an ID to vote. And every single white liberal that he talked to, had to have been 10 of them, told him that black people were too downtrodden and too lacking of internet access and society to get an ID. Then he goes to Harlem and he talked to every single black human being that walked by him, and every single one of them looked like him, like he was an absolute a-hole, because he was insinuating that they were too dumb or stupid to figure out how to get an ID. It's racism to assert that people are that for some reason black people are too dumb, lazy, or broke to have an ID. You can't get a car, you can't have a job, you can't do anything in this country without an identification. The people that can't do things is voting. You see?
Yeah, the people that can't get an ID are illegal aliens.
Correct. They can't get an ID, but they can vote.
Imagine that.
So often.
Here we go. Back to America is back. Oh, G. Westbury. Oh, my God. G. Westbury. So, all Trump has to do is tell all the illegals if they vote for his picks in the midterms, he'll let them stay. The Democrats will want them gone before November.
Damn, that's a great idea. I actually love that idea.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Remember when Trump said we shouldn't build a border, wall? And they probably would say, oh, we need a border wall. Remember that? We should do reverse psychology.
They'd fall for it every time. That's a great idea, actually. And
yes,
then we deport them anyway.
And Finn says that Q post sounds exactly like Trump himself speaking. It does.
It really does. It's amazing how many of these do that.
It's amazing. Wow. Here we go.
Think of it. We don't have voter ID. And the Democrats don't want it. And the reason they don't want it because they want to cheat. Because there's no reason in the world, and I love that debate, Lindsay. I love saying, well, why don't you want voter ID? And you watch them say, I don't know, I just
make them vote.
No, it's a terrible thing. So anyway, anybody else?
Well, Mr. President, you said you wanted to make America safer and more prosperous,
right.
and we have done it. More prosperity.
Storm Rider 94, here's to the psyopers having a really, really, really bad day. Every day. $50 Rumble Rant. Thank you so much.
They are on the struggle bus every day.
And we are not part of the Flynn Network.
Oh, God bless America.
It means more money in people's pockets, and they notice that every time they go to fill up with gas, and they're going to know it when they get their tax returns that this year are going to be at least $1,000, if not more, greater than it's been in the past, and that's a result of the work that you've done with this whole group. And in terms of America being safer, a number of us were at the border 2 weeks ago. The border is secure. No one is coming across, not the 10,000 we saw every day with Joe Biden. And the American people still, in overwhelming numbers, Republicans, Democrats, and independents all say illegal immigrant criminals need to be deported. And Mr. President, you're doing that.
And no tax on tips.
No tax on Social Security.
No tax on
more money in people's pockets.
Think of it. And that was all the great big beautiful bill, as I call it, the great big beautiful bill. To me, that's what it is. And people are starting to realize it now. They're starting to see it. And a tax deduction on if you buy a car, if it's made in America, only if it's made in America. The rest we don't care about so much. But you buy a car, you get an interest deduction. You borrow money, you get an interest tax deduction. And that is, you take interest, you deduct it against your tax. So, to me, that's unbelievable for the people, unbelievable for our car companies, which is jobs. Anybody else on there?
Mr. President, the biggest part of this bill is our national security.
Right.
And thank you. The men and women who serve this country are grateful to you.
Absolutely.
We give them a pay raise. We're building more ships, as you said, planes, missiles. We need to defend this country, and you're doing a great job in leading us in the right direction.
Thank you very much. Katie, go ahead. You were going to say something?
Yeah, no, Mr. President, this is just unprecedented leadership. The fact that you got everyone to come together and actually get these bills across the finish line, you heard it from the speaker, but that hasn't happened in a long time. So 96% of the government being funded, your priorities put in place, Mr. President, so that we can make the country safer, we can make it more prosperous. And not only can we make America great again, but we can tell people now America is back.
Yeah, it's a great, we'll never forget MAGA, and we're all with MAGA, but I thought this was very appropriate, right?
Love it.
Right?
Love it. It says everything.
Cindy Hyde, come on, say something.
Well, there's a little hospital in here, a rural hospital in Maple, Mississippi,
right,
called Franklin County Hospital. It would have closed the end of this month without this bill. Thank you from everybody in Mississippi, especially Franklin County.
And we've covered.
You pause it real quick.
Well, no, yeah, because I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to read this real quick, Shady, and we're going to come back on hour number 2. Let's just go ahead and do this. Guys, they can cancel your accounts, freeze your cards, decide what you're allowed to buy or say or support. Big banks and financial institutions, guys, I'm telling you, they have total control, and they use it. That's why financial independence matters now more than ever. Introducing the Rumble Wallet, the wallet built for real freedom. With Rumble Wallet, not only do you control your money, not a bank, not a government, not a tech company. They buy digital assets like Tether Gold. We love Tether Gold, and Bitcoin in one secure place. No permission, no middleman, and no cancel button. And when you want to support the creators that you actually believe in, you can use the Rumble Wallet app to directly tip us, the content creators, securely, instantly, and without interference. This isn't a credit line that they can shut off. It's your wallet, permanently yours to protect your future, yours to protect your family. When the system fails, when institutions turn on the people, financial sovereignty is the biggest difference between security and vulnerability. Rumble Wallet isn't about politics. It's about freedom, ownership, and protecting what's yours. So take control today. Download Rumble Wallet now and step away from the big banks for good. True ownership, true protection, true financial freedom. And we'll be right back after these beautiful boom messages.
For the first time ever, we're bringing you MyPillow mattresses and mattress toppers for as low as $99.98. Remember, sleep's all about temperature and pressure points. Whatever sleep needs you have, we have the right technology for you. Like our MyPillow mattress topper, our queen size has over 10,000 individual comfort supports to help relieve your pressure points. And how about our 3-inch Hybrid Plus mattress topper? It's infused with copper and silver to help your body get the restorative sleep it needs. And our MyPillow and Case Coil mattresses, I personally helped develop these mattresses to make sure they have everything needed to give us great sleep. Plus, they're made right here in the USA, and they ship right to your front door, absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use this promo code to get MyPillow mattresses and toppers for as low as $99.98 and free shipping.
Use promo code MGSHOW or call 1-800-873-0478. That's 1-800-873-0478.
Hello to all of you beautiful patriots out there.
First of all, let me just thank you all for supporting this show. We wouldn't be here without you. But I have a huge announcement regarding donations.
It has come to our attention that using the Rumble app is taking an additional 30% of your donation to the show.
Let me explain. According to our TOS, Rumble takes 20% of all donations made through the web browser.
And that's a 20%. It's a good deal if you consider other platforms like YouTube and such.
There is a hidden cost that we just found out. For example, we received the generous $500 donation from Spill Tea, and thank you so much for that, from the Rumble app on Apple. So Rumble took 20%, and Apple took an additional 30%. We brought that to Rumble, and they said, well, Rumble's take of tips and donations is 20%. That's if the transaction is done through the web browser. If using the Android or iOS app, it's an additional 30% collected by those platforms.
So please use the web browser to make your donations to the show and avoid the hidden fees by Apple and Android.
That's right. You can also support us at GiveSendGo/HelpMGShow, mg.show/donate. We have PayPal and Cash App. Both are at RealMGShow or $RealMGShow. Please help us out. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
The MG Show. Not funded by dark money, but funded by listeners like you.
MG music coming in.
Do you remember all the bullshit stories people told you about how the fraudulent election would be overturned?
Let's go. Yo, listen up, it's time to drop the truth bomb. Flynn and his crew been playing us like a con. Powell talking cracking, but it never came through. Burn with his stories, man, what you trying to do? Peter's pushing out his that went up in smoke. Jones yelling conspiracies, it's all a big joke. Vander still spitting fire, but it's just hot air. Selling that hopium, leaving us in despair. Shut the fuck up and let Trump cook. We got real wins coming, don't need your crook. Borders getting sealed, the economy on the rise. Stop the bullshit stories, open up your eyes. Shut the fuck up and let Trump cook. Flynn network grifters, get off the hook. 2020's over, move on with the fight. Let the man lead, he's doing it right. 3 years warning y'all about this fake ass game. MG show called it putting them to shame. Trump's voice in the meme calling out the lies. Bullshit distractions, open up your eyes. Flynn promising reversals that never gon' land. Powell with the lawsuit slipping through the sand. Burn in his books full of fairy tales. Peter's counting votes that only in it fails. Jones on the show screaming about the deep state and eating your neighbor, but where's the action? It's all just debate. Vander still networking, linking up the fraud. Hopium dealers praising false gods. Trump's back in the kitchen whipping up the plan. MAGA real talk, not your scam caravan. Year of accountability, now it's just delay. Let Trump handle biz, get off. Shut the fuck up and let Trump cook. We got real wins coming, don't need your crook. Borders getting sealed, economy on the rise. Stop the bullshit stories, open up your eyes. Shut the fuck up and let Trump cook. Flynn network grifters, get off the hook. 2020's over, move on with the fight. Let the man lead, he's doing it right. So the Flynn, Powell, Burn, Peters, Jones, Vander Steele. Your game's exposed, time to cop a feel of reality hitting. No more false hope, selling Trump's cooking victory. And y'all just yelling, peace out, grifters, the truth's been spoke. Shut the fuck up, let Trump cook. MG show dropping facts daily. No cap, the matrix crack wide open now. That's a shut the fuck up and let Trump cook. We got real wins coming, don't need your crook. Borders getting sealed, economy on the rise. Stop the bullshit stories, open up your eyes. Shut the fuck up and let Trump cook. Flynn network grifters, get off the hook. 2020's over, move on with the fight. Let the man lead, he's doing it right.
Oh, MG music, another hit. Shady Groove, welcome back.
Oh, welcome back to hour number 2.
Just got daily reminder that Trump called out the Flynn Network, guys. Do you guys remember that? Who called out the Flynn Network, Shady Groove?
We did.
And then who?
Then Trump did.
Ah, wow. General Flynn, Sidney Powell, real Stu Peters, Patrick Byrne, real Alex Jones, Ann Vandersteel, the Hodgkins twins, real Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Owen Schroyer, and the honorable mention, Ivan Ranklin, Shady Groove.
Oh, man, you mean there's no more Egyptian planes coming in from Israel and we're not tracking that anymore? We just let all that stuff go, huh? Like all of it just fell by the wayside. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. How many thousands of hours of BS did you tolerate through all of that stuff after the heinous murder of Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, that's right. I want to thank Maggie817 for a subscription as well as Cram YT. Thank you, YouTube. Wow, I can't say it backwards, so thank you, Cram. Appreciate you, Shady. So we're talking about President Trump participating in America is Back, Q-proof. Okay. Again, let's just quickly talk about that again. Let's just go back over here. We did voter ID. Here it is, the GDP estimates. America is back. This is your Q-proof. Everything the American taxpayer has no equal anywhere in the world. Access to the American market, right, is essential for a major country in the world. And we've been weakened. Why was the American taxpayer essentially subsidizing the rest of the world, guys? And Shady, you made a point, too, that they're talking about the hospitals, the rural hospitals that were closing down as we were leaving for the break. But we hit the top of the hour and we needed to take a break. So what did you want to say?
I was just going to say that what she was explaining there, and I think she says a little bit more, but of course, this is another big deal that everybody is skipping over, is that, due to the slim budgets in your massive healthcare system, they were getting ready to close hundreds of hospitals in rural areas around the country. So effectively, what that's going to do is that's going to kettle everybody into these health unit things that they've been building, these little pretend doctor's offices that are up everywhere that aren't really doctor's offices. Well, the hospitals were getting ready to close, and the bill that they just brought in actually got the funding to those places and kept a number of those open. It's not that those hospitals open, not that that's necessarily the greatest thing, but once a hospital closes, you never get them to reopen.
Yeah, and then they get on Ghost Adventures.
And then the next thing you know, it's like haunted tours and
Ghost Adventures. Yeah. G Brothers, 5 subscriptions to the MG Show. Thank you very much. We're going to go back and finish this. America is back because the questions are epic, Shady Groove.
Yes, and then after we're going to go on a field trip.
Oh boy. Here we go. So let's get through this.
Yep.
Here we go.
Very well. Nobody ever thought it was possible because we had a lot of opposition from the Democrats, as you know, but nobody thought it was possible. That's great. Yeah. How about it? Anybody back there? Tom?
Best budget for Native Americans ever, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Appreciate that help.
So we'll sign it, then if you would have some questions of anybody up here.
Let me just piggyback. This rural America is taken care of in this bill, and I mean, as Cindy says, so thank you for all America, but especially rural America.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. So I probably won't hold this up, and I think holding up one little page doesn't do it justice. In there, it's a lot of stuff, but it's signed. Thank you.
On Iran, are the negotiations still happening this week?
Yeah.
Where will they be? And what do you need to hear from Iran?
They're all over, but they are negotiating. They'd like to do something, and we'll see if something is going to be done. They had a chance to do something a while ago, and it didn't work out, and we did Midnight Hammer. I don't think they want that happening again, but they would like to negotiate. We are negotiating with them right now, yes.
Mr. President, where will the meeting be? It seems like
I can't tell you that.
Mr. President,
There's more than one meeting. Yep.
Mr. President, how was your meeting with Gustavo Petro earlier today? And did you come to any agreement on counter-narcotic efforts?
Yeah, we did. We worked on it, and we got along very well. He and I weren't exactly the best of friends, but I wasn't insulted because I never met him. I didn't know him at all. And we got along very well, and we're working on that. We're working on some other things, too, including sanctions. And yeah, we had a very good meeting.
So you did do an agreement?
I thought he was terrific. He was very good. We got along great.
Mr. President, will you give us any update on how the talks are going for potential changes to the Department of Homeland Security? Have you agreed to any specifics?
None. Well, we have a secure border. In fact, we have 9 months now where nobody has come into our country illegally. Now, I don't know if I can believe that, because, you go from 25 million people to nobody, but the Democrats do that. They're leaning left, the people that do that report. And for 9 months, they have said nobody has come into it. It is a strong, great border. We do have people coming into our country, but they're all coming in legally. You take a look at that, and look at what was going on a year and a half ago on our border, where criminals were coming in, drug dealers were coming in, people from mental institutions were coming in. The worst, they say the worst, I don't even know if I like the term, but the worst of the worst was coming into our country. And now we have virtually our country it's beautiful to see. Even if you go down, some of you, I think, were down there a couple of weeks ago, and you couldn't believe it, right? Because you were there 2 years ago.
10,000 a day.
And 10,000 a day. And now you didn't even see anybody. Nobody comes up with saving lives because nobody comes up. They have to come through the jungles, and they're dying of all sorts of problems, including murder. And we have nobody coming in, and we're getting people out. That we have 11,888 murderers who came into our country. We're getting them out. We're getting them out fast. And the only place where there's a little bit of a problem, and I will tell you this, Minnesota, their crime because of us, because we've taken out thousands of criminals, their crime is down. Not because of anybody else, it's because of us. Their crime is down. But all over the country, wherever we're involved, we're getting criminals out of our country, and the crime rate now is the lowest it's been since 1900. That's 125 years. And that's despite the fact with an open border stupid policy, 25 million people, in my opinion, came into our country. And many of those people should not have been allowed to come into our country.
On Ukraine, Mr. President, yesterday you were talking about how Vladimir Putin had agreed to a pause during the cold weather. Overnight, those attacks have started up again.
I know. It was Sunday. It was Sunday to Sunday, and it opened up, and he hit him hard last night. No, he agreed. He kept his word on that. It's a lot. 1 week is, we'll take anything because it's really, really cold over there. But it was on Sunday, and he went from Sunday to Sunday.
Are you disappointed he didn't go further? Or go
I would like him to. I want him to end the war. I spoke to him. I want him to end the war.
Mr. President, what exactly did you mean when you said that you should nationalize elections? And which 15 states are you talking about?
I want to see elections be honest. And if a state can't run an election, I think the people behind me should do something about it. Because, if you think about it, a state is an agent for the federal government in elections. I don't know why the federal government doesn't do them anyway. But when you see some of these states about how horribly they run their elections, what a disgrace it is, I think the federal government, when you see crooked elections, and we had plenty of them, and by the way, we had them last time, but go to 2020 and look at the facts that are coming out. Rigged, crooked elections. If we have areas, take a look at Detroit, take a look at Pennsylvania, take a look at Philadelphia. You go take a look at Atlanta, look at some of the places that horrible corruption on elections. And the federal government should not allow that. The federal government should get involved. These are agents of the federal government to count the votes. If they can't count the votes legally and honestly, then somebody else should take over.
But the Constitution says it should be states that administer elections, Mr. President.
Yeah, you know what? They can administer the election, but they have to do it honestly.
Are you open to negotiating on warrants when it comes to ICE? This is an ask from Senator Schumer. Requiring search warrants for ICE and immigration officials.
I haven't even thought of it. I'm not thinking about search warrants. Yeah, Lindsey Graham is going to answer that.
No, it makes no sense. If we have to get a search...
Hey, you're going to love this, dude. He comes and takes front stage, bro. But
I know.
He's saying the right stuff, though.
He is saying the right stuff. I mean, I 100% give him... And you know what, real quick, before he starts on this, I'd like to just say that what Donald Trump is saying there is very interesting, what he's mentioning, talking about federalizing elections or whatever. They're going to spin this to try to make you think that he's talking about the federal government taking over the elections. I think what he's talking about there is that there needs to be a standardization process that is set up that needs to be passed around, because there is really no standardization from the federal government that goes out to these states that make them compliant. I think that would be the best way to keep the states' integrity of running their own elections, and also implement a whisker of federal input to say, if you don't meet these standards, like for instance, you can't keep adding votes after voting day. There has to be standards that you disqualify your election if you go outside the boundaries. Let's say that some sort of penalty for the state to not participate in the election if they don't achieve a certain standardization. I think that's very reasonable.
That's what we do with technology. Your CIO gets held accountable if you don't have the proper security in place.
Right.
Real quick, G Brothers, 5 subscriptions. Thank you. Mickey, thank you so much. And Ali Carr, thank you so much for the subscription as well, guys. We appreciate you. Keep them coming. Here we go. President Trump. Watch President Trump look at when Lindsey Graham is done. Watch President Trump's body language. Check it out.
Lindsey's going for a endorsement.
It's pretty good.
Search warrant to get 15 million people out. Schumer's telling me he doesn't want them out. It's the most ridiculous idea. They do have some good ideas, I think. But I've got a better idea. It's your idea. In sanctuary cities. On immigration, I know what I'm talking about. I've got the scars to prove it. Y'all are playing like Biden didn't exist. Y'all won't tell the American people about Lake and Riley. It's a one-sided debate. For 4 years, our border was obliterated. They let them come in by the tens of millions, and they want to go back that way. We're not going. So, Mr. President, stick to your guns. If you got reforms that make ICE better, more professional, talk to me. But you should embrace what I'm suggesting. As long as 12 states have sanctuary policy, they'll keep coming. Unfortunately, you won't be president forever. These magnets of illegal immigration have to go. There is no upside to sanctuary city unless you're a complete radical nut job. The cops hate it, fraud around sanctuary cities, and you're going to get more illegal immigration. We're going to have a debate. I've been trying to solve this problem, but what the Democrats are doing is they're not getting to the underlying problem. It's not Stephen Miller, it's not Chrissy Nome, it's not me, it's not you. It's policies that have been on the books that don't work. So if you want to debate on how to solve this problem, show up next week. I'm going to take President Trump's idea that it's time to end the insane policy of sanctuary cities. We're going to take it to the floor and we're going to vote, and people in November are going to get to see who they trust to keep the border secure. Schumer or Trump? I'm with Trump.
Mr. President. And by the way, I hope you're going to press that very hard. And the other thing, we are not, well, we are with you. I think everybody's with you. It's the same.
Wait, we are with you?
Mm-hmm.
Homan said that today, too, by the way.
Nice. I didn't catch that. Wow.
Sanctuary for criminals. That's who it is. They could make our lives so much easier. All they have to do is hand over their criminals. Hand over people that came into our country illegally that are murderers, that came out of jails, that came out of mental institutions, that are drug dealers. I can't believe in Minnesota that they want to have murderers walking all over the streets. I just don't believe it. Maybe somebody says it's good politics. I don't think it's good politics. I think it's really bad. The other thing we can't lose sight of is you probably have in Minnesota, and it's worse in some places like California, $19 billion in fraud. And we're going to find out, you know, we're very deep into that investigation, but we're not going to forget that. A lot of people think that a lot of this nonsense that's going on is to try and, hide what's going on with respect to the fraud. They have at least $19 billion. You know, you're hearing 9. Now I'm hearing it's 19, and it's probably much more. So it's they talk about incompetence. I think it's not incompetence. I think it's just pure fraud. These are dishonest people. They're bad people. I think they hate our country, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. But don't let this hide the fact that you have tremendous fraud. And, you know, if we find the fraud in this country, you'll have a balanced budget without even cutting anything. You'll literally have a balanced budget. Yeah, please.
Are you planning to work with President Petro to...
Did you hear what he said? You cut the fraud in these 12 states, and you literally have a balanced budget.
It's the truth.
Again, going back to the Q proof with America is back. Why are you, the taxpayers of America, funding the world?
And
enough is enough.
It's really interesting, too, because we had the Boston mayor. It's funny that this whole thing with Target's happening in Boston. The Boston mayor literally said, I'm not like filling in the blank. She literally said that every human being on earth has a right to come here. She said that. So, you know, people think that we're like being like over the top whenever we say, what do you want like every single person to come here? They do. They literally think that every person on earth, this is the mayor.
Well, we're on stolen land, Shady.
But we're going to just bring everybody here, put us all on stolen land. I mean, but just think about the absurdity of what these people are saying. I don't understand how these people that hate the country are best and brightest to keep getting elected. They hate the country, but they want to represent you. What does that equal? How does someone that hates your country get elected and do something good for your country?
That's right.
Please explain that to me and speak slowly.
And speak and louder so that the people in the back can hear.
Thank you.
Shady Girl, real quick, let's just do this. These are snark magnets, guys. Some people journal. Other people's buy snark magnets. These are bold and sarcastic magnets with quotes like, quote, witness the void where I once cared. Your approval is not required. And I drink coffee for your safety. Snark magnets let you say exactly what you're thinking without starting an argument. Fridge, locker, cubicle, made in the USA by a small creator who understands the assignment. Use code RUMBLE10 for 10% off your entire order at thingsofholding.com. That's thingsofholding.com.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. Back to this huge Q proof of a executive bill.
America is back, baby.
Back. Yes.
Fight guerrilla groups and terrorist organizations in Venezuela.
Well, they want me to do that, and we will. We're getting along very well in Venezuela with the leadership. Very, very well. You know, we took in 50 million barrels of oil. It's right now heading to Houston. And we're getting along very well with them, but we're going to work with them, yes.
And by the way, Magic Woman is in chat. That is her. She is the small creator. Thingsofholding.com. Magic Woman. Use code MG Show over there. Maybe that works yet. I don't know. Love you guys. Thank you for being here.
Mr. President,
months ago, you had in your office here Peter Mandelson, the British ambassador. You were shaking hands with him over a trade deal. He's today been forced to resign from the House of Lords, the upper house of the British Parliament, over his links to Jeffrey Epstein. Just wondered if you had any reaction to that, since obviously he was here before.
I didn't know about it, but I really don't know too much about it. I know who he is. It's too bad. You know, speaking of Epstein, I will say this. A reporter named Wolf and Epstein conspired. This just came out yesterday in the millions of pages of documents, how crazy this is. Conspired against me in order to fight like hell to make sure I lose the election. That's the only thing that was mentioned about me. Now, about Democrats, some really bad stuff. But about me, that Wolf, whoever Wolf is, he wrote a book, a couple of books, and Epstein conspired against me. Did you know that, Mr. Senator? Did you know that? They conspired against me so I lose the election, or worse. So that takes care of Epstein as far as Trump is concerned, but you got a lot of Democrats out there that are very much involved with Epstein. But I'll be honest with you, you got to get back to running the country too. Millions and millions every week. You know, when Epstein was alive, nobody cared about him. When he's dead, they care about him. But it's really a Democrat problem. It's not a Republican.
It really is. Now, let's understand who Michael Wolff is, okay? Michael Wolff is the author of a book called Fire and Fury, who detailed Bannon's accounts of the Trump White House, sparking controversy and leading to Bannon's apology for remarks made to Wolff. Though Wolff maintains Bannon was pivotal to Trump's election, their interactions highlighted Bannon's complex relationship with Trump, portraying him as instrumental but also critical, leading to a public fallout despite Bannon's latter attempts to retract some statements, guys.
Yeah, and then also all of this coordination between Wolff, Bannon, and Epstein that's coming out in those emails is absolutely astonishing. They are consistently working together to try to set up different things as stumbling blocks for Donald Trump. Over and over and over again. Then this guy comes out after he sends a bunch of people and participates in the J6 thing and creates a show and acts like he's MAGA and he's bringing you MAGA.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. Unbelievable, guys.
Disruptive distraction.
Here we go.
All the people that attacked me over this POS.
The Democrat problem. The only problem Republicans have is that we
Where's Motor Breath when you need them, Shady?
I don't know.
have to get back to number one, running our country, and then number two, very importantly, letting the public know what a great job we're doing. We have the greatest economy in the history of the world. We have $18 trillion being spent. The record was $3 trillion many years ago, not by us, by another country. I won't say the country. Yeah, please.
Did you read those new files, Mr. President?
Have you been briefed on Savannah Guthrie's mom missing in Arizona?
I think it's terrible.
Would you commit to more federal agents, like helping out on the search?
Sure, I would. I'm going to call her later on. I think it's a terrible thing. I always got along very good with Savannah. Very unusual situation, but we're going to find out. Yeah, what do you want?
On the Epstein files, you talked about Democrats.
Real quick, before we get to this witch, Collins, Caitlin, let's talk about Samantha Guthrie for a second, guys. Shady. Samantha Guthrie was a reporter who interviewed Epstein victims, guys. Okay? Her mother was married to, do you remember the guy's name offhand, Shady?
Who her mom was married to? No.
Well, help me out here.
Feldman is who she's married to.
Thank you. Feldman. Okay, Samantha's married to Feldman. Okay,
Yes,
got it.
Yes, sir.
Feldman was actually in the Epstein drops.
Correct. Connections, big connections to Gore and Clinton, and a number of exchanges came out just the other day, and they were focusing on her husband, which he's like a little bit senior, like he's like 20 plus years older than her.
And isn't it interesting that Samantha Guthrie's mom gets kidnapped or whatever?
It's very interesting. And they're also
2 days after the Epstein drop.
Right. And they're also wanting Bitcoin. So they've got something. So in my opinion, that there's something bigger going on here. There is rumors this morning that this could be connecting to her brother-in-law, which would be Feldman's brother.
Mm-hmm.
So husband's brother may have something to do with her disappearance. But also, Jeff, I would just like to mention that, literally the moment we were taken off YouTube, this lady was interviewing Donald Trump and grilling him about Q.
Yeah.
And if we play that interview, it's very weird. And by the way, there is some connections to her husband and some quote unquote very unusual looking things. I'll just put it that way. But it's the way that she articulated the questions to Trump. We even mentioned in the moment, she's saying it like, oh, you don't know that there's a super elite pedophile ring that runs the world? Like she said it to him in a way like, you're pretending like you don't know this exists, like she did. So it's very interesting that she was the one that was grilling him on Q, and all of a sudden here we are, theoretically, Kash Patel was proven right. Kash Patel was saying that they're refusing the FBI right now. So that's another interesting thing.
Wow. Okay, so let's go back to this Collins bloodline, in my opinion, Shady Group are trying to be.
We're spider-webbing off of this everywhere.
Go to Friday. Get your Rumble Premium, or if you have a Red Castle within the last 30 days that was given to you, you can see our Premium Friday, the Collins bloodline, because we followed the bloodlines. That's our special presentations, second hour, every Friday, Shady.
That's another thing that has to do with the accuracy of our reporting.
Yeah. Wow. Here we go.
Find out. Yeah, what do you want?
On the Epstein files, you talked about Democrats who were in there. Elon Musk was also in there, and so was your Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and correspondence that he had with him. Did you read those new files that were published by the Department of Justice?
I didn't. I have a lot of things I'm doing, a lot of things I'm doing. I don't know. You mentioned two names. I'm sure they're fine. Otherwise, it would have been major headlines.
A lot of women who are survivors of Epstein's are unhappy with those redactions that came out. Some of them, entire witness interviews are totally blacked out. Do you think that they should be more transparent?
They thought they released too much. I heard that, and you tell me something else. No, I think it's really time for the country to get onto something else. Really, now that nothing came out about me, other than it was a conspiracy against me, literally, by Epstein and other people. But I think it's time now for the country to maybe get onto something else.
But what would you say to people
like
who feel like they haven't gotten justice, Mr. President?
Something that people care about. What did you say? Go ahead, CNN.
What would you say to the survivors who feel like they haven't gotten justice?
You are the worst reporter. No wonder CNN has no ratings because of people like you. She's a young woman. I don't think I've ever seen you smile. I've known you for 10 years. I don't think I've ever seen a smile on your face.
I'm asking you about survivors.
You know why? You know why you're not smiling? Because you know you're not telling the truth, and you're a very dishonest organization, and they should be ashamed of you.
These are survivors of a sexual abuse.
Look at her. I mean, wow, this lady.
That was just passed does not include your healthcare savings account. So this is a question for you, and maybe for Mr. Speaker as well.
I'm so proud of the healthcare savings accounts.
And again, fake news, CNN. Many Q proofs there, Shady.
Literally, after that happened, I could go and I could show you a number of people that are in the quote-unquote Flinfo network that are pointing to that, acting like Donald Trump is being dismissive of the Epstein victims.
No, he's not.
But I'm just explaining to you what they're weaponizing these things. These are people that claim that they are on your side. This is not the Democrats grabbing this stuff. This is people that act like they voted. They say it like this: I voted for Trump 3 times, and I'm not good. Then they go on from there.
Yeah. So you're saying that the fake MAGA Flinfo network agrees with Caitlin Collins?
Correct. And they agree that Donald Trump is being dismissive of the Thomas Massey crew, or another group, the Thomas Massey crew, the Marjorie Taylor Greene crew, and the whole Flinfo Wars crew are all about some CNN and Caitlin Collins right now.
So, have you seen President Trump with victims of like the Nungery and, all of the victims that were killed by or unalived by illegal aliens, guys? You think this guy, what about Corey Carpentari or whatever his name is, God rest his soul? He cares, guys. And for Caitlin Collins to come up with her balls dragging on the ground like that, but she left with her tail between her legs, Shady Groove. It's absolutely disgusting, these people. This is the point that I'd like to make that might be a little bit rough around the edges. Rawr. Sandpaper opinion. The people that are coming out there constantly going up to microphones that are quote unquote victims of Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. Any of these people had the opportunity to take these matters into their own hands and see it all the way through to a conviction. They did not do that. At some point, they stopped short of that because at some point they were told that they couldn't win, and then they took the money. And so once you've taken the money, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're going to hate me for this probably, but once you've taken the money, okay, if it were my daughter who was involved in this nonsense, and my daughter was saying, okay, well, I'm going to prosecute this guy and stand up to him, and then they were coming to my daughter and saying, no, we're going to give you a bunch of money instead of you try to prosecute this guy and get him convicted, I would refuse the money. Okay, maybe I'm a dumbass, but I would refuse the money. I wouldn't take any money because you abused me. I would prosecute your ass and make sure that you were sitting in a penitentiary for the rest of your life until you decided to, quote unquote, kill yourself or not kill yourself. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. This is BS, guys. The people that are out there that are virtue signaling on this are being utilized by both sides as an absolute political weapon. And in all reality, it's nothing but optics. Or it is a big slush fund piece of crap. They're really not victims. They're fake victims. And they got a $20 million payout. And then the Epstein bankers and the bankers around them, maybe Savannah Guthrie knows about it, or her mom, and they got paid out $5 million now, but they kept the $20 million to get their pieces of crap into office. Maybe it is a scam. And that is definitely relevant to some of them for sure. And there's more of that. As a matter of fact, more of that theory has been like we took another notch or two towards proving that some of them, at least some of them, are definitely part of something very similar to that. The emails are starting to come out. And I'm going to speak to Lutnick real quick. Howard Lutnick was Jeffrey Epstein's neighbor. I typed in Lutnick last night and went in there and started reading Lutnick emails. And oh my God, you're not going to believe it. Jeffrey Epstein was trying to communicate with Howard Lutnick and talked about Howard Lutnick in emails to all these other people. And then they're trying to act like Howard Lutnick is in all these emails. Epstein was obsessed with him like he's obsessed with Trump. So Epstein writes an email about Donald Trump 1,000 times, and the news reports to you that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files 1,000 times. What about all the other names, lady? They're not worried about any of those other names, sir. And I'd like to just point out too, I did a search because somebody asked, there's Republicans and Democrats, which there are. But who is more with known party affiliations? So this is let me just see. Wait, where is it? ICE funding. Oh my gosh, I guess I didn't do it over here. Oh yeah, here. Epstein files. Are there more Democrats than Republicans? Yes. Based on comprehensive review of the unsealed Epstein files, including court documents, emails, flight logs, and other records, there are more individuals with Democrat Party affiliations mentioned in those than Republican affiliations. This aligns with the primary source showing extensive ties between Epstein and high-profile Democrats, often linked to globalist networks and establishment politics that undermine American sovereignty. President Trump's references are minimal, with no evidence of wrongdoing, reflect his strong stance on such agencies, such as corruption. Here's the breakdown by party, focusing on U.S. political figures and government officials directly mentioned in the files. Bill Clinton. Okay. Chelsea Clinton. Sandy Berger. Okay. That's a former national security advisor under Clinton. Doug Band, Clinton associate, influence peddler. Andrew Cuomo, New York governor. John Kerry, senator and secretary of state. George Slopadopoulos, former White House comms director. Chuck Schumer, Rodney Sater, Ted Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Cecil D. Jong, former First Lady of the U.S. Virgin Islands, Stacey Plaskett, Okay, Bill Richardson. And there are 8 Republicans mentioned, and it's not even worth it. But look at that. And there's more Democrats. That's just a small sampling. 14 individuals against 8. Stop it.
And again, what you're seeing so much in the emails is an email about a news story or an email about trying to ask about this person. And the most interesting thing is watching all of these people completely skip over the Bannon stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, watching all of these people try to focus down in on this. Why is it the mainstream media so interested in attacking Steve Bannon right now?
Huh? Because he works with them.
Oh, interesting. And he went to prison to be a martyr, much like Jake Lang and a number of other people. Very interesting.
Yeah. Interesting. Wow. I mean, I think that sheriff is sketchy. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh, the sheriff in Pima County. Well, Pima has a long history of corruption.
And I agree with that. That sheriff was completely weird. That news conference was like literally the guy didn't know anything about the case. Like he had just had a sandwich and he couldn't care less.
Yeah. Will Nadler face consequences for accusing President Trump? No. If you're in Congress, you're allowed to lie.
You're immune. You can say as much crap as you want.
Look at Adam Schiff. See, the Adam Schiff's picture is in that description right there.
Literally is.
Wow. Rubber bullets for all network. Exactly right, guys. The Flynn network is focusing on emails that anyone could send to the FBI. It's fake, and yes, it is stupid. All right?
Exactly.
Just like Rambo. Somebody sent a stupid tip in, and we don't even know who it was, but it's confirmed, Shady.
Okay, right now we're going to have to stop. We're going to have to go on our field trip right now. We're at a perfect time.
Boy.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
I need you to take me to Twitter to your search engine on
Why
Twitter.
do I got to do it?
Because we're going with you.
I don't want to go.
Yeah. Yes, you do. Oh, trust me, you really do.
All right,
I'm going to go to Twitter. Get a nice little search bar ready, and you're going to type it. Don't search your account now. We're going to search.
I'm not.
I know. So search. You ready? Jade Helm.
Okay.
Latest.
David Knight.
Now watch. Now scroll.
David Knight, InfoWars. Okay.
Yep, I want you guys to see how much stuff is being generated right now. This is the beginning of the reemergence of the psyop that Donald Trump is getting ready to put us all in camps. This is coming out from InfoWars. This is 100% hot off the presses, guys. Jade Helm is back. The Patriot Voice, QAnon John, David Knight, InfoWars, Owen Schroyer. All these people are right now coming at you with the dredged up psychological operation from Alex Jones years ago. Jade Helm. All of this is relevant. People that have typed Jade Helm in today.
Wow.
This is what they're coming at us with. You will see all of the Flynn InfoWars operators putting this crap in your feed pronto. Yesterday, Alex Jones has on Liz Crokin and Pete Santilli.
Wow.
These guys are really ramping up to come straight out against us, everybody, to come straight out against Trump, to come straight out against MAGA, and to claim that Trump is a neocon, Bush-era globalist who's been trying to trick us all. This is
Welcome to the Jade Helm presidency. There's Alex Jones.
Told you.
Wow.
Here's the next one. Who's ahead of the psyops? Who busts their asses every single time?
You do.
You do.
Wait, I do.
We do.
All of us.
The robot uses.
Yeah. Trump doing Jade Helm, creating FEMA camps, downplaying the second. Stop it. You guys
Look at the time. This is today and yesterday.
Yeah. Wow.
Here they come, ladies and gentlemen. And we told you they would be here. Only a year in, Jeff. Only a year in, and these idiots from InfoWars are trying to...
2015? When did that really start?
Like 2009. Like 2000, right after Obama took office.
Remember, he went out and said, "Here's the FEMA camp coffins."
Yep, in Georgia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, guys! Just
so you know, that was our little field trip. You're welcome.
I don't want to be thanked. I don't want to be welcomed. All right, let's wrap this up with President Trump, because guess what we're doing here?
We are listening to Donald Trump's golden age message.
And what's back?
America is back is the message.
Q proof.
This is going to happen. And hopefully, instead of insurance, and I hope this happens, and I hope you guys can do it, let the insurance companies Not do quite as well. You know, they're going up 15, 16, 17, 100%. Think of it. The money should be paid directly to the people. You know, trillions of dollars goes out. The money should go to the people. They should buy their own health care. It can be in a health care, you know, account, savings account, any account you want to make. The money should go to the people. The people should buy their own health care, and they're going to save a lot of money, and they're going to have much better health care. And it's very simple. The problem is the Democrats are owned by those insurance companies. They're owned lock, stock, and barrel. And the Democrats will never vote on it because the Republicans should get that through. And you know how you get it through? The filibuster. Get rid of the filibuster and start voting. Yes.
Mr. President, today we heard that the Clintons set deposition dates to testify before the House Oversight Committee. Any reaction to that related to the Epstein?
I think it's a shame, to be honest. I always liked him. Her, yeah. Yeah, she's a very capable woman. She was better in debating than some of the other people, I will tell you that. She was smart woman. I hate to see it in many ways. I hate to see it. But, you know, then I look at me. They went after me like, you know, they wanted me to go to jail for the rest of my life. Then it turned out I was innocent, very innocent.
This is huge, guys.
You know, I had a friend that said, a very smart friend, he's a very wealthy man, knows the life, streetwise guy. He said, you have to be the most honest person anywhere in the world because there's never been anybody who's been examined up and down. You know, I have hundreds of thousands of pages of documents, millions of pages. With all of that, they found absolutely nothing wrong. Remember, his tax returns, they fought for years and years. And then the Supreme Court, I was surprised, they ruled I had to give my tax returns. I'm the only one that had to ever do that. But I had to give my tax returns. I gave my tax returns. They hired the best accounting firms in the world. They found nothing.
Nada.
And this friend of mine said, you have to be the most honest person in the world. He actually said, you know, referring to him, I'm a pretty honest guy, but I could have never withstood that. They've gone through millions and millions of pages, and here I sit winning an election in a landslide, winning the popular vote, winning all 7 swing states, winning 86% of the counties in the United States. That's why those maps that you see are all red. And so they tried to put me in jail. And I shouldn't feel this way, but I feel badly that they have to go through that. But then I say, but they did far worse than me. They wanted to put me in jail. Think of it. I was a very good president. We had a great first term. Rebuilt the military, biggest tax cuts ever, biggest regulation cuts ever. But, you know, I will say this. I think I can say, what do you think, Lindsay? My second term is blowing my first term away. And my first term was really good.
Reagan plus.
Reagan plus, yeah. Well, whatever. Thank you very much.
You moron.
Q plus.
It's like, good God. Andrew, like, perfect pitch, and you can't even knock it out of the park.
I love to watch them, like, get them the hell out of there.
I know, that is the best part.
Look at them. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, whatever. Whatever, Lindsay.
Listen, Lindsay.
Listen, Lindsay. Wow. And I do have, I just wanted to say thank you guys very much. We've got a lot going on. I wanted to really quick, because it's in our title, Tom Homan today, 9 o'clock Eastern time, Shady Grove. So you might have been like, you know, that was 5 o'clock your time.
I was up.
You were up?
Oh, yeah.
You were just getting to bed probably. from trolling on the interwebs.
I am not trolling on the internet anymore.
Yes, you are. You all the time, bro.
No, I'm not.
Oh my God. So we do have it. It's 28 minutes, real Tom Homan, but we're not going to post the whole thing. But I want you guys to understand that it looks like there's some give and take happening with the administration over there. The lunatics are creating roadblocks in Minneapolis. A message to the folks: what are you doing? You know, do you really think you're going to stop ICE and CBP? Says Tom Homan, from doing their job. It's a joke. The only people you're hurting is your own community. And he keeps hearing it. We're not surrendering the president's message. is on a mass deportation operation. If you're in the country illegally, if we find you, we're going to deport you. It's very simple. And let's see. I'm just going to go find a couple clips here, Shady Grove. Do you think it was a success? Let's listen to Homan, Shady.
All right.
Check it out. Wow, Tom Homan is awesome.
With everything that you've mentioned here right now, do you think this operation was a success here in Minnesota?
Yeah, I think I just listed a bunch of people we took off the streets of the Twin Cities. So I think it was very effective as far as public safety goes. Was it a perfect operation? No. No. And I just told you, we created one unified chain of command, make sure everybody's on the same page, make sure we're deconflicting targets, and making sure we follow the rules. And I'm not saying anybody, I don't think anybody purposely didn't do something they should have done. I'm saying that I brought a different set of eyes on this. I've done this for a long time. We made this operation more streamlined. And we established a unified chain of command, so everybody knows what everybody is doing. And not that it wasn't current before, but we approved upon that. So in target enforcement operations, we go out there. There needs to be a plan, and I want to make sure everybody has a plan. But I'm not going to sit and point finger at anybody that they failed. It was a great operation. We took a lot of public safety threats off the street.
Yeah, they did, guys. They did. And let me just see. There's another part where they're going to actually go ahead and get rid of 700 ICE people, guys, in order to, but it looks like there's going to be a little bit of a trade. We'll know more later that they might be able to go into the prisons. We're going to find out, guys.
Well, I jump in here real quick. So remember,
of course,
2 weeks ago we were talking about, like, they were saying, well, we have to have all of these extra people on the ground because we have to create perimeters around the people that are actually going after the perpetrators. If we have cooperation with local law enforcement and we're able to get these people the way we're supposed to get these people, you don't need that excess of enforcement that were there as operational support. So what they're basically, the media is trying to say, oh, we've gotten ICE out of the community. No, they've simply made a deal with the government of Minnesota to get these people in the right place so that we don't need all of these extra agents to secure the area around the people that are actually removing the perpetrators from the street.
And Minnesota as a whole, they are currently working with a number of counties, guys, communicating, and they're communicating with Homan and the group that are allowing ICE to take custody of illegal aliens before they hit the streets, guys.
Yeah.
So they won't need those extra 700 to protect the operations that are going around from the insane people. Here's the clip. I found it, Shady Grove. Here we go.
Yep.
Given this increase in unprecedented collaboration, and as a result of the need for less law enforcement officers to do this work in a safer environment, I have announced effective immediately we will draw down 700 people effective today. 700 law enforcement personnel. We have also fully integrated CBP personnel into the ICRO team structure under one unified chain of command. Not two chains of command, there'd be one chain of command here. Any large enforcement operation I've ever been involved with, there's one chain of command, and that's where we're moving forward. Given this increase,
that's awesome, guys. So, again, there was a give and a take. Okay, so Minnesota counties are giving us, or Homan and team, the illegals before they hit the streets while in jail. Guys, this is huge.
This is amazingly huge.
Yeah. So if ICE draws down 700, how many are left, right?
There's 2,000. It was 2,700, I think. Wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2,700 that were there, and they removed 700. That's what I thought. But
yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm just trying to get the actual number. I don't know. It just Grok just like pooped on me.
Hmm.
Huh. How many ICE agents, right, are in MN? Okay. Let's just see. 3,000. There were 3,000 DHS and ICE agents on site. Wow. So there's still quite a bit, Shady.
Of course there's quite a bit because they still have a bunch of people to get off the streets.
Yeah, so you're right. It'd be about 2,300.
So the media is going to go out and report that ICE has been removed from Minnesota, and people in Minnesota on the ground are going to hear that, and then they're going to still see ICE operating and probably ramp up their attacks even more because they think that ICE has been pushed out of their state.
So Yeti's in here making a comment saying, boy, y'all don't listen to me at all.
What did I not do?
What did we... I don't hear him talking to me.
He didn't say anything to me.
No. Oh, you're talking to chat, not me. All right, I didn't know if that was to me or not. I didn't know what was going on with you, Yeti. All right. Everybody give a 17 for Yeti out there. He does a great job not talking to me.
What's he doing? He's messing up. Or I'm
he's doing everything. He's doing our thing. He's doing a great job. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. And Shady, we're at 5 minutes left. So I just wanted to get the second part of the title into the show where they're drawing down 700, which leaves. And thank you. I see Paul out there got the number 2. 2,300 left. So it's really not a huge drawdown, guys. These people are making asses of themselves.
Like I said, they're trying to generate more chaos for the ones that are left.
Yeah, they really are. I mean,
they do not want you to remove their voter, bro.
Yeah,
stop taking away our voting base.
Right.
It's like the reason that the Democrat Party is so anxious and so excited about illegal immigrants is because of the way that they've treated the black community for the last 40 years. Yeah. And a huge amount of the black community doesn't believe them anymore because they've been lied to and lied to and lied to. It was the black community that they were using to attack everyone else with because they felt like that the black community would constantly vote for them no matter what. That has changed. A lot of people in the black community, they want to be wealthy also. They're not excited about their government check every week. They would like to participate in the golden age. Believe it or not, they're more than welcome to. No matter how many people go on CNN and tell them that just because you're black or brown, Donald Trump wants to deport you. Do you realize that they're saying that? Major media outlets such as MSNBC and CNN and the New York Times are reporting that Donald Trump is deporting people because of the color of their skin. Not because they're illegal, but because they are brown or black, and that you need to stay inside because if you get caught on the street, Donald Trump's Stasi is going to kidnap you and deport you to some unknown land.
Yeah. And other breaking news, Ryan Ralph is now going to serve a life sentence for attempting to unalive President Donald J. Trump.
Well, I can't wait till he writes a book.
Wow, that'll be weird.
He could tell us about all that lobbying that he did up on the Hill.
In Ukraine?
No, in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, about Ukraine.
About Ukraine, yes, sir. In advocacy of the freedom fighters and the Nazi freedom fighters in Ukraine. Speaking of the Stasi.
Right. Ali Carr, 17 for Yeti, $20 Rumble rant. Appreciate you. And then let's do one more of these. Shady Groove, I think I got one over here. Let's just do this one real quick because it's 1775 coffee, Shady. If you still haven't tried it, 1775 coffee. Now is your shot. The 1775 starter kit dropped only 1,000 units. You're getting the bold dark roast that hits hard, the smooth medium roast, and Vitality mushroom coffee for clean energy, laser focus, no crash, all single origin, small batch, toxin free and mold free. Plus, you're also getting a gold spoon clip because freedom isn't scooped with plastic. A frother strong enough to stir up your coffee and your mother-in-law's opinions. And a black 1775 tumbler. $170 worth of coffee and gear. Yours for $99. And this is what, for the ones that have been watching 1775 blow up on Rumble and asking and wondering if to yourself, is it actually worth it? It is. Go to 1775coffee.com/studio and grab your starter kit before they're gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something just like the MG Show and Rumble does. Shady Groove.
Mikey Marano says, for Ukraine.
For Ukraine?
That's what he said.
Why is he saying?
Today's sponsor brought to you by Ukraine.
Oh, Jesus. All right, Shady Grove, that's it. That's all I got today. God bless you. Busy. There's more. I wanted to play Maxine Waters, low IQ Maxine Waters, telling Scott Bessent, your Treasury Secretary, to shut up. I mean, these people are unhinged. You Democrats, you guys got problems. You guys need to figure out something, because, defunding actual borders that are, laws that are on the books. Defunding ICE means you don't want to follow laws. You guys are going to lose. Period. The end.
I can't wait till they find a country where we can all go to and raise our own flag and protest in the street and demand free healthcare.
Yay.
I'm excited.
God bless you all. We'll see you tomorrow, Shady. See you later, Yeti.
We will never give up. Woke up in the matrix, lies on every screen, deep state shadows pulling strings we've never seen. But we question everything, Constitution in our hand, red pills dropping daily across this sovereign land. They banned us, targeted us, tried to silence the fight, but patriots don't break. We burn brighter in the night. Truth warriors rise. America first. Cut through all the lies. Show dropping booms, exposing the deceit. The truth is learned, never told. Feel the victory. Hey, double G, one OG. God wins. Trump leads the way. Deep state panic, border secure. MAGA here to stay. From election fraud to Epstein's hidden files, globalists crumbling as President Trump smiles. Cash cleaning house, terrorists bringing jobs back home. No more endless wars, we're taking back our throne. Delta's hitting zero, timestamps don't lie. Future bruised past, watch the mockingbirds cry. You said it years ago, nothing can stop what is coming. Trump confirmed the plan, the storm is drumming. D-class incoming, sealed indictments unsealed. Military justice traitors finally kneeled. Where we go one, we go all, the proof is in the drops. Anons knew all along, now the whole world stops. They mock us, fear us, can't control the awake. But the storm is here now, for freedom's sake. Truth warriors rise, America first. Cut through all the lies, raise the show, dropping booms, exposing the deceit. The truth is learned, never told. Feel the victory. Hey, double G, one OG. God wins, Trump leads the way. Deep state panic, border secure. MAGA here to stay. In the matrix, shady groove, voices of the free. Live at noon 05, waking up the sheep. Question everything, hold the line strong. Patriots united, where we belong. Truth warriors rise. America first, sovereign skies. Show forever and pills never cease. God bless the Republic, Trump brings the peace. MG music in the house, the great awakening. Where we go on, we go on.
www.mg.show. Boom.